Now, hi everybody.
Hey everybody.
How is everybody? It's us girls that don't do this very often anymore. Um,
Yes,
are we
welcome.
live? I'm waiting for the thing to come up on my phone here. We're Primrose Cottage Quilts, and I am Nettie. I'm mom.
And I'm Jessie. Thanks for joining us.
Yes.
I'm probably a face you don't see very often on here, but
Yeah.
me and Mom are going to man the show today. So thanks for joining us.
Yeah. Emmy and Lindsay said they needed a little bit of a timeout, and so they're in the background. Jessie, she came down. She rode the shuttle down yesterday,
Yep.
and decided to come help us in the shop to get it running. And oh my gosh, you guys,
It's coming along
it is
so
so
nice.
nice. It
Yeah.
is so beautiful. And we haven't advertised that we're open, but when people have came over, we've let them come in and look around, and if they see something they want, we've let them buy.
Yeah.
And it's looking great and awesome. We talked about a date for a grand opening, and we have narrowed it down, but I'm sure we'll be announcing that shortly. But we are, I mean, if people come and want to walk through, we're there and
Yeah.
we're open. We just haven't like put any big
No big
thing out.
advertisement out that we're open quite yet, but we are soft open. They kind of talked about a soft open last time. It's just where we don't like do a major advertisement for a grand opening quite yet, but we're letting customers come in, we're testing the waters, making sure the system is moving and
Working the
running
bugs
smooth,
out.
working out any bugs.
Yes.
We're like we are officially soft opening on Monday.
Yes.
So if you're in the area, if you happen to be coming to the quilt show, stop by
Yes.
is that next week?
It's on the
It's next
19th, I believe,
So
Jesse's
stop
or
by,
Lindsay said.
come and test our skills on checking you out and
Yep.
getting things running smoothly so that when we do have our grand opening, we will be like experts at checking
Helping.
out and helping and making sure everything is stocked and smooth.
And I'm pretty sure that, all of us, well, I have a lot of appointments on Monday because I'm going to be going to Katie's next Tuesday to fly out to Florida
Oh yeah.
for my quilt retreat or my cross stitch retreat. But I'll probably try to stop in here in between my appointments and stuff. When you go and do your little things, you got to go get your pedicures, your manicures, and your do done. So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
but anyway, so let's see, where's everybody from? We've got Illinois,
Yeah.
of course, and New York, San
San
Diego.
I
Yeah,
love the San Diego area.
yeah. Barbara's wish I was in Utah. I know we're going to be here a long time. Everybody, we plan on this is going to be insanely fun, and just with the people that's came in, we've
Yeah,
had some
cool.
locals come in that don't know who we are, that's okay, but they're really excited to have us here in the community, but then we've had, oh my gosh, we've had some other ones that come in that watch us. In fact, the ladies that came in yesterday, the gal that came in, I met, there was a Glenda, and her husband came in, and I guess they had came in
They came in like
a couple days ago.
a day or two before, and I think they said they're coming back today. So,
Yeah. Yeah,
so we
and
have some repeat customers already, which
well,
is amazing.
they're from up north, and they have a aunt or somebody with them that's from Washington, and so it's just so fun. I think I'm just going to be going just to visit everybody when I
Yeah,
can,
yeah.
because oh my gosh, it's just
It's
I
so
love
nice
it.
to have people come in that share your same like
Mm-hmm.
passion and love for the work of quilting and needlework and be able to just talk about it, and
Yeah.
it's really awesome. So
Yeah.
come by
Yep.
and visit and
And do all the
shop
fun
and do all the
stuff.
fun things. Yeah.
So, but let's see, we can go ahead and get started with
Yeah.
like the newsletter. Let's see, what was in the newsletter? We had
Well, we, of course,
We're still, well, let's see, we're still offering these. And
so
then,
the new Patriotic releases.
yep, we've got this one here. And since I was here last week, I haven't worked a whole lot. I mean, I did work on one thing like nonstop, and I'll show you pretty soon. And then we have the alphabet.
Oh, like me.
I just absolutely, you know, I have absolutely, oh, the one we don't have is the Quaker. And then the little sheepy. I have got to make the sheepy.
Yeah, yeah.
I have, last year, there's a town, it's in Cedar City. It's just about 30, 40 minutes from here. And they have the running of the sheep.
Oh, yeah.
Every year, and John took me to it last year, and they had like a craft area, like boutiques and stuff, and there was the cutest young couple there, and she was making some little, they're made out of wire, and then you wrap the wool around, and they're like these little wire sheep. They are so teeny and so cute, and so I'm gonna have to make this little guy just so I can have my sheepy by him. But oh my gosh. And then of course we have
to go with the little sheepy.
to go with the little
American
sheepy.
View
Yep.
needle minder. And then we did a restock on the
Oh,
All American House needle
yes.
minder.
Yeah. And look at that, you guys. It matches. It is so darn cute. And
Yeah.
actually I probably ought to.
Yeah, you
Oh,
could have.
and then the
Oh,
shirts
our
came in
shirts, yeah.
yesterday.
Our Patriotic shirts came in. So we are
They're
shipping
shipping?
those. They started yesterday.
Yep.
They should be able to finish shipping those today. They will be en route to all of you guys by the end of today. We're so excited for you guys to get these and
Yeah.
represent your love of stitching and America.
Oh my gosh.
And-
I didn't wear mine. I have mine at home, and the girls are like, well, maybe you guys should wear the shirts. I said, I don't
Yeah, I
have one.
know.
And they go, well, just go get you one, Mom. And
Yeah.
so, and they, oh my gosh, they feel so good. They're such a good quality
It is good
shirt.
quality. These were pre-ordered, so if you weren't in on that, the pre-order, once we get all the orders shipped and we give it just like a week or two to make sure all the shirts delivered and there's no issues, lost shipments, damages,
Yeah.
anything like that, then what's left we will post for sale online, and then we'll also be carrying
A few in
a
the
few
shop.
in the shop. So
Because we're going to celebrate a whole year of 4th of July because our beautiful country is turning 250.
yeah.
And me and John went out to breakfast on Sunday, and this restaurant we go to, you can look at one of the big mountains here in St. George, and I look out the window. They seated us at a bar, at a booth, and I was looking out the window, and they have a huge, great big sign that says something like, I think it says USA 250.
Oh,
And
nice.
it's just beautiful.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh, even St. George is in on this.
Yes. Yeah, it's
So, yeah, it's really awesome. And I'm not sure, do we have any more of the shirts we just released? Are they listed in the shop? Emmy just shook her head yes, that they are listed in the shop. So
Yeah.
some of the other release that we did, they finally got everything shipped and done. And so they put the rest of what we had in the website shop. And so,
Yeah,
guys,
so if you need to snag an extra color or one of those other
Yeah.
Stitchers Gonna Stitch shirts, then
Yes.
they're in the shop. Get those. I'm kind of like Katie. Katie's like, all I have is Primrose shirts now, and I
Yeah.
find myself the same way.
I do
They're
too.
comfortable.
Well, and I feel like with the
That's like
heat,
my whole apparel now.
with the heat that we're in, I don't feel like they're too hot either.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm usually in the summer go with the tank tops or something, but actually they haven't been too hot to wear or anything.
Yeah.
They've been very nice.
Yeah, they have.
So, let's see.
And we did restock on this little guy, our Rip It needle minder.
Oh my gosh. I have got to make sure I get one of these in my stitchy box for my trip.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. This guy, and I'm sorry, but I think we need a little ripette. I think we need a girlfriend for Rip It. I think he needs a girlfriend. What do you guys think?
Yeah, he's
Raise your
adorable.
hand if you think he needs a girlfriend. Because there is a girlfriend for him on Stitcher's Rules, right?
Yeah, the
Has a
stitching
bow.
rules has like, yeah, the little frog and then the one with the little
Yeah.
bow.
So I just think he's just freak. And see, and maybe she could be holding the hoop. And he would be the Rip It.
There you
You
go.
know? So,
There you go.
Lindsay, get on that. She's over there chuckling. Okay. So, and then the other we wanted to go, oh my gosh. And then there's this little sassy girl.
Yeah.
Look at her.
Chickie.
Our little
She's
spring
so
chick.
cute.
I mean, is she just not the sassiest, cutest thing ever?
And she just went so well with the little free stitch, Hello Spring Stitch. And I've
Yep.
seen so many people finishing that already. And
know.
fully finishing it, having it in frames or into the pillows. And I'm just amazed at how
Yeah.
quickly people,
Yeah.
all you amazing people get those done
Oh my
and finished.
gosh.
And
I
it's
know.
so awesome.
And I
I just need more hours in the day to get my stitching done.
I know. And it's like, well, yesterday we worked all day in the shop yesterday. I unwrapped so much fabric and got,
man.
oh my gosh, my hands were just cramping. And my feet. I get really bad cramps in my feet and stuff if I either stand too long or sit too long when I just don't.
inherited that from you.
Yeah.
I get really bad feet cramps as
Oh my
well.
gosh, but I'm trying to work through that and stuff, but just beautiful fabric over in the shop and stuff. So let's see, what's some of the questions we got here?
Oh, Cindy said, I really like the small sheep and chick and candy corn. They're lighter and easier to use on the cross stitch fabric. If you use your needle minder for like the true intended purpose of like sticking
Yes.
it on your fabric while you're stitching,
These,
the little ones
are perfect.
awesome because they are lighter weight.
Yep.
They don't weigh down your fabric. The bigger ones, I love to put them on. In fact, I'll show you. Let me make sure I don't have any ones that have not been released yet on here.
Look at where she's got the chickie.
I put it on my stand.
Look
I
at-
have my stand covered with the
she's-
different ones.
She's holding court. She has her little, because she's such a sassy little girl.
Yeah.
That she has her little court that she's looking over everything. But that's, and me, the big ones. So I don't have a tray. I do have kind of a tray thing. My light where I stitch has a tray on it, but that's where I set my iPad. And so usually like the big ones, I have, like the little Lori Holt, what are they called? The project boards, and they come in different sizes. That is my little board, and I'll have to take a picture of it one day, but I have like a little pin cushion thing and just different things, but I have usually one of the big ones sitting there, and so my needle just can sit right there and it don't fly anywhere.
Yeah.
And stuff. And then also I have them all lined up on my light stand.
Yeah.
So she's holding court on my light stand.
And they're just fun too. I don't know what it is about them.
They're so
fun
fun.
to collect and just have around.
And also, just to put that on as a pin.
Oh, the sheep would be cute on there
Yeah.
as a pin.
This one would be
I
too
did-
heavy, but the sheep would be really cute on just as a pin.
I did that with a little, I did that with the Christmas ones, but for Patriotic, I'll have to remember to wear it with my Patriotic stuff.
My John's sister, she don't stitch and do the craft stuff. She's just too busy. But at Christmas when I went, she loved those little things. And so I gave her one, and we went to dinner that night, and that's what she did. She actually had a scarf on, and she put it in her scarf and held it.
that's
It was
cute.
really cute. It was really fun and cute. So, okay.
And then we also have, in the newsletter, our spring sticker sheet is available for sale. And stickers are kind of like needle minders. Like I can't get enough of them. I love to collect them. I try and keep my cross stitch journal. I've been trying to do that, and it's really fun to put in there. Or even if you're just a planner, like if you love planners, it's so fun to just
I'll
sticker
tell
all
you
that
right
up.
now, when I got my sheet, my sew machine is nothing but springtime. It was just
Yeah.
so happy, and all like the little birds and everything, and oh my gosh. And then like the little round thing, I put it on my wheel.
Oh, you did? Oh, that's
I put it
cute.
on my wheel.
I haven't dared put stickers on my machine yet. I don't know why. I'm like scared to do that.
Yeah.
And I don't know, last time I was here I talked about like feeling like I was on rations with my needles. Sometimes I feel like I'm on rations with my stickers, and I have to like be super selective on where I put
Where are
it
you gonna
because
put
I'm
it?
like, this is
You
the only
use
sticker I'm
it.
ever
I
gonna
know
get.
you use it, then it's like gone. It's
Yeah.
like gone.
Yeah.
Hi, Susan. I hope you're doing well in lovely Colorado. Jesse's daughter lives in Colorado. My cutie patootie Lainey. She's
Yes,
so cute.
Susan, my daughter lives out in Colorado. She loves it out there, and hope
Yeah.
you're doing well.
Yep, yep. Let's see. Hand cramps for when stitching. You know, there's so many different creams and things that I've tried and that, but actually Lindsay and the girls, they've kind of turned me on to acupuncture. And so I'm trying that to see if that will help some of my feet cramps and my hand cramps and everything. And I honestly know a lot of it is I don't drink enough water during the day.
Yeah, staying hydrated is super important.
It's really hard. And the cute little gal that does the acupuncture, she tried to tell me, you can't be drinking coffee 24/7. Coffee is not good for you 24/7, Nettie. But she goes, how about tea? And I says, I can't drink watered down tea. That's just not me, but I'm willing to try it again
Yeah.
to try. But so I know there's a lot of creams out there that help. Anywho, what
see
was
if
some
we've
of
got
the
any-
other things in the,
So we did release the
I'll bring the
stitching.
basket over here so we can
Okay.
see, it can sit right here.
Okay. We did release the stitching charts
Oh,
as
you-
PDFs. So all of our international customers, or
Yeah.
if you didn't get a chance to snag this,
and you know what? I have to give a shout out to Anna she's Anna Williams, and she does the retreats in Florida. It's usually like the spring fling. She calls them spring fling.
Yeah.
And that's the one I'm going to next week. She is the sweetest cheerleader for us. And she is so good. I mean, there's so many of you guys out there that will answer questions that we can't get to because there's always so much going on around here. But she discovered that these were all on PDF. And lo and behold, she got on Facebook the other night or whatever, and she says, I don't know if you ladies know this, but they've put the PDF up before they even announced it. And people are like, what? Where? And she was like, you just go and you hit this and that, and there they are. So they've got these all on PDF right now. All the international ladies or anybody who likes just to have that PDF, they're on there.
yeah.
So
I love having my paper pattern. I especially Lindsay, the way she writes the patterns, like
Yeah.
they're super easy to follow and read. And so I love having that paper pattern. But I also love a PDF version also, so I can download it to my iPad and I can stitch on my iPad if I want to. They're really great to have.
So I can't show you like my patterns, but I did bring my iPad because I wasn't sure if we'd need it today. So I'll show you kind of what my iPad looks like. This is, oops. So this is my folders in my iPad. Let me see if I can scoot up a little further. So they look like that. And I have bought the upgraded version just so I can color code my patterns. And then you can sit there and write or type in, like I have the Lori Holt, I have 2024 finishes, 2025 finishes. So when I finish something, I put it in that folder because that way it keeps me going, yes, I did finish something in that year. And
yeah, I like how you can keep organized by designer
yep,
and
and
finishes.
yeah, and then I have like my Primrose, and I've got all my Primrose, but then I also have my Primrose working on, so that way I'm working on it, and I love doing that, but that's I can't open these up, or I would be able to, you guys would see the charts, but the good notes, if you guys have a regular iPad, like an Apple iPad, good notes, I love it. I know there's other ones out there, but oh my gosh, I live and breathe this little guy. And
Yeah, it's good. I use Good Notes as well. I've heard of the other ones. I just have never used or tried any
Yeah.
others, so I don't really have anything to compare
But the
to.
thing
But I
is-
like Good Notes. It's really user friendly.
when I'm stitching something, I have my iPad and I still have my paper chart, because even though I think my iPad's lying to me sometimes, I have to look at the chart and go, is that really what that is?
Yeah.
And I'm like, is
Well,
my
and it's
iPad?
nice too to have my paper and my PDF on my
Yeah.
iPad, because I'm zoomed in on my iPad. I'm zoomed
Yes.
in, and my paper pattern has my color key.
Yes.
So I like, I mean, it has
Exactly.
both, but you can like, your color key can be on your paper copy in front of you, and then you're zoomed in on your iPad. It's just
Yeah.
makes it nice.
You know, and back in the old days, back in the olden days, when there wasn't iPads and there wasn't things like that, you know, I would buy the chart, and then before I even thought about like taking a copy of it, I would fill my chart in with a pencil, so I knew where I went. And then I was like, I'm ruining my chart. And so then I discovered, and then when I'd have to take it to the copy center and get a copy made.
Oh, for your working copy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the old days.
Yeah.
But anyway,
And
so
there's been some comments in here. I've noticed people saying thank you for the Mother's Day stitch.
oh my gosh.
And they sent out a surprise goodie in your email. If you are subscribed, you would have hopefully received that. The love pattern with the...
Maybe we could go down, Emmy, so they can see that.
Yeah.
So, are they stitched on both counts?
Two different counts, it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
The
32
32 on the blush and 28 on, I'm not sure what color that is. This
Yeah.
blue beautiful
So
fabric.
Lindsay did the blue one, and then their cousin, my niece, she did the pink one, and they stitched them both at Stitch West, because this was the little chart that Lindsay surprised us at our table to stitch. And these are all the colors that are the same colors in
Like our stitches.
the stitching rules and everything. So it's the same colors. And they stitched it while they were there and was able to ring the bell. So everybody up, and oh my gosh, there's one gal, and I tagged you girls in it, and I apologize, I don't remember her name, but she stitched it up and she put it in a stitchy box, a travel box.
Oh, I saw that, yeah.
And it was so cute.
Yeah.
I was like so impressed.
Yeah.
But
yeah. So that was a really sweet Mother's
Yeah.
Day gift.
yeah. And let's see,
And then also in our stitching newsletter, we have some charts that we've stocked from other designers. So we
I'll
just
move
want to
these.
show off these that are in stock now. Do you want me to hold them up or do face down?
we'll do face down.
Okay. Stitching with the Housewives, we have June,
Oh,
Good
very
Old Day
pretty.
Minis.
Yeah.
Then we have, is that, say, Liana?
Linnea
Linnea
Wayne.
Linnea Lane?
It's got like big, is them poppies?
zinnia.
Zinnia.
Oh, my goodness.
They're zinnias.
I obviously don't read cursive on a daily basis.
Well, who does? Nobody writes it anymore, I'll tell you.
And flowers, the word swap. So these are in stock now. This online.
I love to see that things are, I can't stitch on black. In fact, I was hanging some of the dyed fabric up yesterday in the shop, and there was one that was so dark, I was like, there's no way I could, I mean, and it was a really small count. It was like probably like a 42 linen or something. I was like, how do you do that, people? But I really like the
I know, I like
the
it
white.
on the white, yeah.
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 And I love the look of the black.
I
It's
do
just
too.
I cannot stitch on black.
You know, I actually have never tried to stitch anything on black. I haven't
You should
tried it.
try.
I should try. I should give it a try. My daughter really likes stitching on black. She has several pieces that she's done on black, and it
Yeah.
looks really, the contrast, like it just looks so good.
Yeah. Yeah. And then what
and
else
then-
we got?
Oh,
Oh,
your
I've got Miss Betsy,
Yep.
and I'm behind on stitching my little people.
And Parade Sam.
Yes, I do have him done, but
Oh,
now
you do?
he's
Okay.
over at the shop, and so I'm gonna have to get her stitched. Oh, and I seen these.
I know. I really like these.
Is she a new one? Is she a new designer? We don't know.
Kira Lynn's
Carol Lynn.
Needle Arts. We have this super cute tiny tags, patriotic tiny tags.
I love how they're long.
And God Bless America. Yeah, I like those too.
You know, if you're a person that keeps a tree up or does a decorative tree, or even your bowl dishes or things like that, such a cute idea. I love those. They're so cute.
So go check those out in the shop.
And then we have, does it matter which one? This one. So then we have a bundle. It's like a 4th of July bundle. And
look how pretty.
Look how beautiful that is. So pretty. And we've got like, I mean, look at that. I got to lay that out a little more because look how beautiful. Oh man, look at that.
Those little flowers.
I love that. These are so cute. Look, that would match Priscilla's thing.
Yeah.
They look like zinnias, don't they?
Yeah, that would. You could do so many different finishes with these on your cross stitch pieces. They're
oh my gosh, they're
you can't
so
go wrong.
beautiful. Yeah, that is so pretty.
So cute.
Will the Patriotic tiny tags be restocked? Is that the ones we just showed? Are they out? Maybe. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anything that's out of stock, most likely Lindsay and Emmy, they are not, or Katie and Emily.
They're on it.
They're on it.
They go out.
When they go out, usually by the end of the day, they have an order back in the system, and then it usually takes 3 to 5 days to get them back into the warehouse, and so they're very good about doing that. Are we froze? Hold on one second. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it's just my phone.
It could be frozen.
Okay.
I think we're frozen. I don't know if you guys can hear us.
Yep.
The video's frozen. I can hear you.
Video's frozen.
I don't know at
but
what
nothing
point
else.
It froze.
Well, we won't say anything bad. Oh, it says, please bring back Cocoa Needle Minder. I like smaller ones also.
Yeah, the cocoa
in here,
one was cute.
But you are frozen. Emmy's working on it.
It said the sound turned down. I don't know if...
Oh. Looks like we might be back up. I don't know. Maybe not.
Please stand by.
Yeah.
I have no idea what to do.
Uh-oh. She's not sure what to do. Hardly any volume, but frozen too.
Do we need to restart it?
Thanks for you guys' patience. Sounds like Mike got turned off. This is all on.
What do you want me to do?
What should we do? If we turn this off and restart, then you guys are all gonna have to jump off and then rejoin.
Yeah.
And so hold on one second. We're just trying to make a decision. Can't hear Jesse. Well, our one mic won't work for some reason, so we're kind of sharing a mic. You might have to speak up.
Yeah, I'll make sure I talk louder.
Picture transfers from lady to table. So Emmy's trying to work on trying to see why it's frozen. So hold on.
I'll just go for this.
It would happen to us.
I gotta try some. We're doing a couple troubleshooting.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I think we're up. Can everybody see us now?
Is that working better?
Yeah, okay. Give us a hands
Okay,
up,
I
a
think
thumbs
it's
up.
working
I think
better.
it's working. I can see me.
Our IT professional, Emily, fixed it. Thank you, Emily.
Emily's my
Big shout out to Emily
Yes.
for setting up our YouTube video and getting it rolling for us.
She's our hero today. She's our hero. Okay.
Okay.
And let's see.
Do we want to talk about
This yet?
That
or-
was it for stitching.
that was it for
The other
stitching?
bundle's quilting.
Okay.
You can mention that and then do your guys' personal.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're the lucky ones. We get
I
to like
know.
officially announce. You guys may have seen it on social media and all that fun stuff. But Sip and Stitch is coming.
Yes.
It is scheduled. It is in full on in the works here.
They are out there taping boxes and bagging things, and
It
Yeah.
is. Oh,
lucky me,
One of
I'm
the
gonna
best
be out.
times of
I'm
the
gonna
year.
be out of town, so
you are?
when they put it together,
Well, lucky you.
I know.
I guess I'll be out of town too because I don't live close, but
Yeah.
they are hard at work getting these together. So Sip and Stitch is being released on May 25th, and it'll go live on our website at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. So set your alarms, set a few alarms so
Yeah.
you don't miss it.
You could set it here, and then she can flip it. And what is all this stuff?
And this is just kind of information on
rundown.
it. Yeah, a rundown. So some people, if you're not familiar, what is the Sip and Stitch box? It is a mystery box that the team here curates. We do a couple a year, and it is exclusive cross-stitch designs by Lindsay that you receive. It's usually themed.
Yep.
We've done
And
Patriotic,
Lindsay
we've done-
did give you a hint last time. She did let that bag out of the beans out of that bag. It is patriotic,
yes.
and it will not disappoint.
Will not disappoint.
The vessel is so awesome.
There is a drinking vessel, so think mugs or tumblers. We've done a huge array and variety of different
could see 'em.
drinking vessels. They're kind of displayed up above us.
Yep.
If you can see that. This one, I know we say this like all the time, it gets said every time, but I don't know how they outdo themselves every time on it. But this one, you're not going to want to miss it. And you'll get the floss. Usually the floss is included to complete your kit, to complete your designs, finishing materials to finish it.
We
There's-
also will announce the cloth and alternatives for it.
Okay, and prior to the release of the Sip and Stitch, they will announce which cloth that is the called for cloth and the sizes, so that you can purchase that and get that ready to go. So when your Sip and Stitch arrives, you're ready to rock and roll.
Yeah.
And usually there's an extra goodie in there that you don't want to miss out on.
Yeah.
And it's
Don't add anything else.
Oh, yes. And when you order the Sip and Stitch, and I'm sure the girls will remind you next week, you don't want to put, they're like the shirts, you don't want to put anything else in your order, only the Sip and Stitch, because that way it goes out very fast.
yeah.
If you put things with the order, then that's usually
Holds it up.
it holds it up. It's usually kind of like, we get all the singles out, and that goes really fast. And then when you add things to the order, then
It
that
kind of has to get set aside to get pulled, and it to pull your other items, so it can delay it a little bit. So if
Yeah.
you're antsy and you want it right away, don't add other items to your cart. Just
Yeah.
add to cart and check out that one item, and that way it'll just shoot right out the
Yeah.
door. They've got it down to an art here now with the process on getting those packaged, and
Yeah.
they are ready to ship. When this gets released, they are ready to go. They have to slap your shipping label on them, and they get them out the door. They are
Yes.
amazing. They have a whole team that works behind the scenes to make that happen, and
Yeah.
it's going to be an awesome box. It is. You're never disappointed.
No.
Lindsay, she outdoes herself on her designs, and what's curated in here, you're just
the
not going to want
girls,
to miss it.
I do like the sewing, of course, and that, but these girls, when they get together and they try to put one of these boxes together, they're literally working on these boxes several months in advance.
Yeah, it's months.
And the planning and everything is just incredible. And from the design that Lindsay does, from the stuff that Jessie gets done, and all of our merchandise, from the stuff that gets ordered, like Lindsay and Emmy, they have to get with the floss companies, the trim companies, and everything to make sure they can supply us with the quantities that we need to help you ladies. And
the care that goes into it that I see from
our gals.
I'm just gonna like pat Lindsay and Emily and Katie on the back. Just the care that goes into putting it together, with making sure the colors are perfect. They're picking like so many wonderful things that they just put so much into it, and it just comes together so beautifully in the end.
Somebody says that we're still frozen. You might have to just refresh your computer or your device that you're watching us on, because it looks like we are up and running and everything's good. I think it might be your own device. You might have to.
Yeah, when I've watched before and it's froze, I have to exit the app and then go back in, and it usually refreshes for me when I'm watching. So just try that if you're not seeing if it's lagging or you're frozen.
Yeah. So Jessie, and since I was here last week, again, I didn't stitch very much. I did stitch like on a couple of things, and one of the things I non-stopped, and I'll show you in a minute, but we'll let Jessie show us what she's been working on.
I don't have a ton, so like I said, I need more hours in the day to get all the stitching that I want to get done. It's so hard when you're trying to work a full-time job and manage a household, and it's like, you got to squeeze in those stitches anywhere you can. So since the last time I've been here, I finished a few things.
Ooh.
So I'll do my finishes first. Did you want to do a downward facing?
Yeah, do it
okay.
down one.
So I finished my bag, my Stitcher's Gonna Stitch bag.
Oh,
and I put my little Charmy on there.
Oh, isn't that so cute?
I have to say, I have never stitched on a bag before, and it was so fun. I really enjoyed it. It kind of hurt my finger a little bit at first, getting used to the pressure. It's a whole different pressure and vibe.
Did you do it backwards or frontwards?
I did it upside down.
Upside down,
yeah,
sorry.
So I don't know if you guys saw that little demonstration we did when we were here last, but you turn your pattern upside down and you have your bag upside down for ease of stitching and pulling your threads in and out. I really, really enjoyed doing that. I would stitch another bag. It took a lot of brain power. I don't know why. Maybe it was the time of day I was stitching, but it took me some immense brain power to do these stitches.
I'll tell you what, when I stitched this for the shop, for the sample piece, I could not do these pieces. It was like throwing me off. So you want to know how I did it? I did a stitch in between to keep my count right, because my brain and my eyes could not comprehend where I needed to go. And so I sat there and I did a little stitch in between each of those star ones.
Yeah.
Just so, and then after it was done, I just clipped them and pulled it out. But it was hard. I'm not going to lie. It was hard for my brain to do that, but it turned out. That is beautiful, Jessie. You did a great job.
Are we frozen again, or are we okay?
No, we're good.
Oh, we're good. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
It's like a delay.
Okay. And I will say, this bag, I love the size of this bag. I can't believe how much stuff I can fit in here.
There you go.
I have like my whole stitchy project,
Yeah.
I don't know, I was able to fit a lot in there. I really like that. I would like to stitch another one.
You know, and there was a gal at Stitch West. She lined the inside of her bag.
Oh, that's a good idea. So that you don't snag from your stitches.
So there's a lot of people that found a way to make sure you don't snag your stitches and different things. But yeah, she lined it. It was really kind of pretty.
And then my next finish is, last time I was here on Flosstube, I brought this as a whip, and I had pulled this out like I really forgot about this. And I was like, that's so cute. I am finishing that. I have got to finish that. And so I finished it.
That is so pretty.
Love it. Emily did a color conversion, and I believe that's posted somewhere, but
Probably in the
it turned
Instagram.
out just so cute and vibrant, and I need to get I think I'm gonna throw it in a frame.
Are you gonna do the ruler?
The
You
what?
gotta do the ruler.
Oh my gosh, I forgot my ruler marks.
Oh.
So this is actually a whip still.
Oh. It's
It's still in whip mode.
But that's cool. But that's an easy part.
Oh, I'm so glad you said something because I didn't even realize
Yeah.
I missed my ruler marks.
That's awesome. And then also, I think they put the thread on these.
Did they? I couldn't
Like,
You
tell.
could.
Or you
I don't-
could. I
I
don't
don't
know
know
if
if
it
the
is, but
chart
I feel
does.
like somebody
don't-
did.
Yeah, I don't
But
think
no,
it's
that's
charted.
beautiful. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty.
Yeah, that was fun to just get that back out and just go to town on it.
It's like you get refreshed.
Yeah,
Like,
it
you
does.
do.
It
Yeah,
was
it's like
refreshing.
it was a nice refresher, especially when you know that there's that light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah,
It's like it's almost there.
and then I stitched my heart
Oh
out
my
to finish this in time
gosh.
for this year. And this is Lindsay's chart, American
Oh my gosh, Jessie.
sampler.
Am I taking it to get it framed? Or are you taking it to frame it?
Well,
Or what are you
I
going
don't-
to do?
it's gonna get framed. How? I'm not sure. I don't know if I was gonna check and see if Dad had any more of the
Oh.
frames that it's done on.
Oh, did he make the frame for that?
He did. He made the frame for it, but I
Oh.
don't know if he has any.
Oh, I'm sure he'd make you one, honey.
He probably would. I don't know if he could fit me into his busy schedule with everything he's doing here, but
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure he'd
I'm
be
sure he
happy to
would.
make you one.
But the only difference.
Is there one? Sorry, is there one over in the shop?
No.
Oh, do we not have any over? Okay.
Sorry.
That's another thing that would be a draw to the shop
Oh.
is they are carrying some of my dad's custom frames in the shop.
We're not
physically.
selling them in our online shop because we have a few, just
It's
a
store
handful in the shop, in the online, the brick and mortar shop.
Yeah.
Let's see. Jessie, did you use the called for colors?
So I did use the called for. I used everything called for, and mine looks a little bit different because the called for was 2/1. Excuse me, 2/2. That's the called for, and I did 1/2. So I only did one strand of thread, so it's not as dense, and so the colors might be showing a little bit different because when you use two strands, it does
Darker.
give that a little bit of a different look.
Mhm.
And I really enjoyed stitching with one thread. I enjoyed that. My white is a little bit light because it's only the one thread. So that's really the only kind of thing I was like, oh shoot, maybe I made a mistake doing just the
I
one
think
thread.
it
But
would
I
be
think
beautiful.
I like the vintagey kind of look it gives it. I couldn't be happier with how it turned out. I love it so
And
much.
Katie just said that she talked to your dad, and he said that they will be having some more of these frames on sale in a short or whatever soon.
Okay, I will hit him up then.
You better, yeah. you have an in.
I do. I will hit him up. I will get in line to get one because I want to get this framed so it's on
Yeah.
display for this year.
Ooh, and if you need any help, I know somebody that knows how to lace
know.
them really nice.
You know what? I probably will need to have somebody do that for me. I want it framed really well. So those are my finishes. Do
There's
you
yours.
have any finishes?
Well, okay, so as you guys know, last week, Lindsay, or I guess it was on the live. It wasn't Flosstube. It was when we did the set and stitch, and she gifted me my Nettie's sewing basket for my birthday, and I went home and she had gave me some cloth to stitch it on, and it just wasn't calling to me. It just wasn't speaking to me. And so, of course, I asked her, I says, would you be offended if I picked a cloth that I would like? And she said no. And so I picked out my favorite. One of my favorites is the potato. So in doing that, I also changed some things, and I again asked her if she would be offended if I changed a few things, and she said no, that would be fine. And so because the white would not show on the potato,
Yeah.
so this is my version of Nettie's basket. I did a pink basket, and I used all the colors that she supplied me with. And so I just changed a couple of little things, not crazy, but I would love to stitch it again and maybe do it to where I could use, or maybe like do it on Country Mocha and you could change the white to like a cream or something. But oh my gosh, and then the white didn't show up for the bird's belly, and so I just back stitched around his belly so he would show up a little. The wings on the bee, I at first had stitched it white and then it just wasn't showing up, so Lindsay suggested to use the blue for the wings.
That worked out really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I could not put this down. I could not put this down.
And I couldn't believe it when you showed that you were all done with it.
I couldn't put it down. It was so fun to stitch. And I did ask Lindsay, I says, I know people are going to want to know when they can have, purchase the pattern. And she said she wasn't quite sure yet because it's kind of a process of what they have to do to get it ready for, to be able to release it and that. And so as soon as she's able to work out all that, then we will make sure you guys get, I'm not sure how I want to frame it, if I want to frame it or... I think I want to frame it. I think I might take it with me down. I think I might take it down and stop in at Hobby Lobby and look for a frame.
Yeah.
And that, because I don't know why I'm picturing a white frame.
A white frame.
Like a white frame. I think a white frame would be really pretty nice to make it pop out a little.
You probably could find a good one there because of like how it's like the size and this. It would look good just in like a frame that you find, I feel like.
So I had so much fun. So then the other thing I did is I've been wanting to do this for a whole year, because when I went to this retreat last year, there were a handful of ladies that had their own stitched name tag on them, so people could tell who they were. And so the other night, as I was relaxing, I was like, I'm gonna make me a name tag, and I haven't like finished it, but I took some motifs off of here. You can leave the pattern up there if you want. I took some motifs, but I used all the same thread as what Lindsay gave me, and I made me a name tag. I don't know if you can see that very well, but I did it on Stormy Night, and I think this is 32 or 36 count. I want it, and I didn't have to hoop it. It went really well. I just winged it and did my own version of my letters. I did the crisscrosses, 2 different threads. I did the button where I had a little thread like it's a button sewed on. And I still need to put some little pin bead things. I might find some little beads actually to put on there instead of doing like a French knot. Cute, yeah. I thought of putting Utah on here, so when people say, well, where are you from? It will say Utah, but I didn't know if people would go, oh, you're Nettie, Utah? So, yeah, that's true. Anyway, I just thought that turned out so cute. So now
I really like how you did the different colors in the spool. That turned out really cute. I thought it was really fun. I had fun doing it, and this, I don't know, I have a warped brain. So this here is actually from one of the pieces in Stitcher's Rules, and she had a bird on top, or she had a flower, I don't know, but I use this. This reminds me of, what's the movie, Little Shop of Horrors, the flower that's like, eat me. He's my eat me. But anyway. Yeah, that's funny. I just like, that's what reminds me, with his little arms out there. Yeah. Utah Nettie. Yep, I need to put Utah on there. Nettie. But I'm very proud to be a Utah Nettie. Anyway, so that's my thing, my goal this weekend is I've got to finish that because I have to have it ready. And and then let's see, I have a fully finished that came back from the finisher that we should have brought over your drum. I think they showed it.
Oh.
Have you showed my finished drum?
Yeah.
Yes.
Her
my
little
seaside.
her little seaside finished drum, we kind of laughed because she did hers on probably 36 count, 32 count or something. It's really small.
It is really small.
So we got
Right.
my drum back, and these guys are like, "This ain't a drum. What did you call it?"
Well, it's a drum. It's
Oh,
like
it's
a full-size drum.
it's
You
like-
could get out your drumsticks
we
on
could,
there.
We could do it, but oh my gosh, you guys, look how adorable this turned out. This gal does such an amazing job, and I wanted to show you guys the cute little add-on I did. Now, if you guys have stitched this, the camel on his little blanket thing that he has, she had just stitches that went like back stitches for the fray. I made real fringe.
It turned out so cute.
Look at that. He's got like real fringe. He is so freaking cute. The animals are just my favorite.
It's so
I mean, it just turned out such an adorable. And so I told the girls, I says, I need some like animal pins. Like I need a sheep, I need a cow,
yeah.
a chicken. I says I need some kind of some animal pins to put on that. But oh my gosh, just so cute. Really super
Switch
cute.
it or go like-
Oh, switch it down here.
Hold it up higher. There
Just
you
so
go.
I can see it.
Oh, there. Okay, Emily knows the trick.
There we go.
There we go. Oh man, look you guys. Look at the fringe.
It's so cute.
And it was so easy to do. I just sat there and I did a big loop. And I made it really long, and then I kind of back stitched it so it would lock it in. And then once I got it all done, I just took my scissors and just trimmed how much I wanted off. And that's what I did. And it just turned out adorable. I just love him.
Yeah, that turned
And
out
he'll be
so
in the
cute.
shop or
We'll take him
whatever.
down today.
What did you say?
We'll take him down today.
Yep, we're gonna take him down today. He's gonna go sit in the shop and be there so people can see how cute and adorable he is. And so one other thing, yesterday I got some Happy Mail, and when I left the shop last night, I'm not kidding, my body just hurt. I stood on my feet all day, and
We worked hard yesterday
We
over
worked
there.
so hard
We got so much
yesterday.
done though.
yes, and I mean, I have not been on my feet like that in years, and I was hurting. But the girls are like, Mom, you've got some mail on or Lindsay A came over, and she's like, Nettie, you've got some mail on the desk and your sewing desk over there. And so I thought, oh, okay, I'll grab it. So there was this so many sweet ladies, but there was a gal that I met at the retreat, and her name was Kim Hickens, and she was stitching one of the Shepherd's Bush's original patterns that came out. What did I say it came out in? It's a copyright of 1991, so it's one of their original patterns that is just, you can't get them anymore unless you stock eBay or somebody that's selling them and stuff. And so I got home, I'm sitting there relaxing, and I opened it up, and oh my gosh, my heart was I was so happy. But she sent me this chart, and it's called Angel Pie, and it's got these chunky little angels and everything. There's like the whole pattern up here, and then there's a little one here that's on the back. But we talked about this when we came back, is these ladies that does these charts, they were amazing when they started. And I can't show you the inside, but if you happen to ever see one of these charts, it is hand charted. Like all of the chart in here is all hand written and charted. Like all the little symbols they have done. And of course it's black and white, and so it's going to be an eye hurter. But with my iPad, I'll be able to blow it up. But I just have to say, I'll put this down so maybe you can get a good picture. but I cannot, and what's really fun is some of the techniques of how they stitch this is just so awesome how they explained it. It's all DMC, and I noticed that to get a variegation they'd use 2 colors thread and stuff, and so it's kind of very, I mean, it's very old school, and I cannot wait to kit this and do it. I am so excited. And then she sent me the most loveliest card ever, and she said that this she thought of me because of the critters and that, and she sent me such a beautiful message inside that one of the things that she said I have to say, it says, may you always be surrounded by angels. And I have to say that I feel angels around me all the time. My angels are my parents that help guide me every day of my life to do good. And then I have the most 4 beautiful angels in my life, and that's my daughters that keep me on my toes. And I just have to say thank you to Kim for sending me this, because it's such a treasure, and I just love that she did this for me. So
That's so sweet.
I just wanted to give her a shout out. I hope she's watching and she'll be able to see that I have it, and I will for sure send her a thank you note. But anyway, enough of that. But so then we have quilting.
Well, do you have any whips?
No, that's it.
Okay, I have a couple whips.
Oh,
we'll whip through them.
absolutely.
I only have 2.
Okay. No, like I say, I didn't hardly get any cross stitching done other than those little things I showed you.
Well, okay, so I'll do I started stitching rolls. And I mean, I know you guys have seen this a few times, but I'll just show you where I'm at. I just barely got a quick start on it.
Nice.
So I'm doing all the called for. I had them kitted up for me with all the called for. I got a nice quick start.
Sew around that for you.
Yes, I did my machine, but since it's such a big project,
yeah,
I would like it serged.
Yep.
So I need to have mom serge around it for me. But I started this when you guys did the sit and stitch. I got started on it and got a few stitches in. So I plan on doing the whole thing as it is, getting it framed, and I plan on hanging it behind my stitchy chair. I have a little setup in my room in the corner, and there's like a perfect spot for it. Yeah. So that's what I plan on doing with it.
I think I'm going to stitch it too. Eventually I think I'll have something that I can put it, but it's such a beautiful piece. And so what else do you...
So my other whip that I've been working exclusively on is my Serenity Stitch by Teresa Kogut.
Wow, you need a big bag.
I know. And I've made some progress on this. Wow.
Now that's linen, right? Is that linen?
Yes. Let me see. I think I wrote it down what I'm doing it on. And I'm rather than going the full length, I decided the pattern is broken up into sections. It's a book. And so I'm just doing 1 page at a time.
Oh, yes.
I'm just going to complete that page and then move on to the next page. And hopefully at the end, everything lines up. Hopefully my border lines up.
Oh, that's scary.
It is kind of scary to go that route, but
that's what I'm doing. This almost looks like, is that a butterfly wings?
Yeah, it's like a monarch.
Oh my gosh, that is so beautiful.
Yeah, it's like a monarch in the corner. And everything is like mirrored, so...
That is so cool.
I'll stitch that all over here, and then it'll be all over here.
Over there.
Yeah.
That is so beautiful, Jessie. And you're doing 2 threads.
I am doing 2 threads on this.
Okay.
And all the called for colors.
Linen by weeks.
Yes, it's.
Oh, she has her.
I'm doing.
She has her handy dandy.
You guys,
her little.
This, if you don't have one, you should get one. I have enjoyed writing down what I'm doing, my start date. It's fun for me to see when I'm finishing it, and also to keep track if I change colors or anything. I always think to myself, oh, I'll remember I did that. I don't remember.
That's cool.
So
I like how you did the symbols and everything.
I did.
That's so cute.
That was on the Stitcher's Garden, yeah.
Okay.
Serenity. Yeah, okay, so that is 36 count platinum.
Mm.
Edinburgh linen is what I did on that.
And how is it stitching on linen? You've stitched on linen before.
Yeah, I actually don't mind it.
But
I
you do
don't.
hoop. You hoop
I'm
it.
a hooper. I never stitch in hand with anything. I'm a hooper. I prefer the hoop. And I found that I really like a tight tension.
Yeah.
I don't like any wiggle room. I like to be able to, I can't remember who I heard say this, Flosstuber, like, I want to bounce a quarter off that baby.
Yeah.
Like, I want it tight.
There you go. Yeah.
So,
Yep.
I like a tight tension hoop.
I think when you're working with something that small like that, you've got to have it tight.
I don't know if anybody else, like, has found, like, is some fabrics, like, harder on floss than others? Because some fabrics, like, my threads never fray or split, and then on others I seem to have more fraying. So I don't know if like some fabrics are just harder on floss.
They might have more rough edges or that.
So I have found with this fabric, my floss has like frayed apart a few times. And so I was just wondering if that's like a thing.
Darlene says that she mostly stitches on linen and she stitches in hand.
Wow.
Wow, that's awesome.
That is awesome.
That's
That
cool.
is a talent for sure.
That would be. So
those are my
beautiful.
whips. I plan on just working on these this and my stitching rules pretty exclusively until they're done. This one, Serenity, is going to take me a long time. So I might sprinkle in a small piece here or there just because we've talked about it before. You have to have something that gives you like a sense of completion and gratification
of it's done. Yeah.
So I think I might throw together one of the Free Stitch Fridays or the Love Stitch that was for Mother's Day, just to have something a little quicker that I can feel like that's done.
So she says if you use the thread wax, sometimes that.
Oh, okay.
So and I did use the wax for a long time. I used to use it all the time, and I especially used it when I would do my hand binding on my quilts. It helped it glide better.
I'll try that. And I will try that.
Yeah. So the wax does help. So, but then, so we'll get on.
Let's move on to quilting.
So quilting, we have this week in the newsletter. We're gonna have a bundle. And again,
staying with the patriotic
theme. I'll just kind of spread these out because, again, how beautiful. And these are, these are kind of matte. Are they matted or how would you call this? Lindsay,
Lindsay or Emily would probably know the term better.
I don't know.
I am new to the quilty, realm.
It's not really Americana, but it has that muted. It's like a dusty muted color. And beautiful. I mean, this isn't really white, and it's not like cream. I mean, it's not
cream, but it's not bright white.
Yeah.
It's just like she said, it's muted.
So pretty. These are so beautiful. I love.
This one has cute words on it.
I mean, you could grab any of this to do any finishes, or Lindsay has so many beautiful patterns like for toppers or anything, runners, that you could just pick up a bundle and make something just really fast and easy with that. Is so pretty. I love these colors.
Marcia says, the newsletter says Sunday, May 25th for Sip and Stitch, but May 25th is a Wednesday. Can we confirm we're on May 25th is the correct date?
Yeah, that is
so that would be May 25th. Should be a
25th.
Sunday.
Should be a Sunday.
You might need to flip your calendar.
Yeah.
I was doing that one day. The other day, I was looking
She's
at
looking at June.
Looking at June.
Yeah.
She said.
May. We're talking just like in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
About 2 weeks. So I think it's Memorial Day is the following Monday. So you might have a busy weekend that weekend again. So set your alarms for that so you don't forget.
Make sure if you go out camping or do anything, you got internet service, or enlist a relative or somebody that will jump on.
Yeah.
We're hoping that we'll have plenty that everybody will get to be able to snag it.
Yeah, we try and make it so nobody misses out that wants one. But they
It
do
has
sell
sold
out.
in 24 hours.
It has sold out in
24 hours.
24 hours or less.
Yeah.
So don't hesitate if
I have to tell you guys, the very first time me and Lindsay did, and it really wasn't a sip and stitch, it was a quilting box, and that's what we first did. And we were like, oh, this will never work. This is never gonna sell. We're gonna have, and I think we did maybe, what was it, 50? And they literally sold out within less than 5 minutes. We were like in shock. We were like, oh my gosh, we were in shock. And to build those 25, we sat and had a big production in the garage. And we thought we were like something big. And now we do so many now, and it takes an army to put these all together. So anyway, but I did bring some show and tell. I've been telling everybody that I would bring in some show and tell of a couple of my quilts. But an update on my Lori Holt cross stitch quilt. I haven't posted it. There's been a lot of people give me some great feedback and wanted to know like some information on the sizes and everything. And I've been working on trying to write something up so Lindsay A will have it. So if there's any questions, I did find a gal that's gonna custom quilt it for me, and she says she can fit me in June. And it's actually our sweet friends, Jessica, that owns the Boulder City quilt shop and cross stitch shop that's in Boulder City. She does amazing work, and I am so excited. I'm going to take it down to Katie's next week and drop it off at Jessica's, and she's going to stitch it for me or quilt it for me, and I'm so excited.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that done.
So that being said, I brought in a couple of Lori Holt quilts that the very first Lori Holt quilt that I made, me and Lindsay did it together, and I at the time, and I called it the quilt from HE double toothpicks because we had never done like a row by row quilt. I got a hair or something in my mouth, and that was so mind-blowing to me because it was like I'd try to be very careful, and then I'd have one be perfect like the length, and then I'd do the next row and it'd be either too short or too long, and I'd like, well, what did I do wrong? And so I can't even tell you how many errors are on this quilt, but I love it. So I'll show you kind of what we have here. So so this is the row by row one, and I don't even think we used a line of fabric. We just used a bunch of bright fabric we picked from, and I think we cut everything out all in one weekend, and then we just sat there and worked it as we went and stuff. And so, and then I can't remember who quilted this. If we quilted it, we must have quilted it. I don't even remember because it's got a design on it. So, and then the back of it is so bright and pretty. It reminds me of like a Florida citrus plant farm or something. And then my masterpiece. Let's see. So this is, I've talked about this so many times. This is the Farm Girl quilt that I had made. And it's the 6-inch blocks. So they're all 6-inch blocks. And if you guys are familiar with this one, when Lori Holt did it, these are all stitched and they're all really close together. And I just felt like that I couldn't really see the blocks very well. And so I put them in a block, and then I sashed it. And there was a gal that custom quilted it. She did an amazing job on the custom quilting on it. And then the back, I've just got just that piece there. And we may hang this in the shop if we can find a space, but I just had so much fun. I used all of, just picked and choose all my 30 prints and stuff, and just really fun. So anyway, so that's my show and tell, and we do have one more thing to show. We'll just keep standing.
Oh, both of them.
Both those quilts.
Oh, both of these? Okay, so first off, we'll show you, this is going to be in the newsletter this week, and this is, what pattern is this from?
Fly the flag.
Fly the Flag, and
So cute.
oh my gosh, you guys, I had so much fun making this quilt. It went so fast,
I
and
feel like I could do this.
the pattern,
Like it looks like something I could do
You
as
know,
a beginner.
when I first looked at it, I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to take me forever. But it went so fast. It went so fast. And so we're going to have kits in the shop tomorrow.
Backing separate.
And the pattern is sold separate.
No, the pattern and kit is together. The backing is separate.
The pattern and the quilt, the pattern and the fabric for the quilt is sold together. They are going to offer backings, and
The backing is separate.
and the backing is separate. And I'm not sure what backing's going to be. I'll show you what I picked out. We had a ton of stash of this.
Yeah.
And so look at this. It's 4th of July fireworks. I thought, how fitting was that? And just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. So that's that one. And then they had me do, oh, spill my water there. They're going to shoot me. I don't know if I should get it. Should I leave it? Can they see it? Or should I grab it?
Maybe grab it.
Yeah, I would grab it.
This is what happens when you have two newbies, or I'm not really a newbie, but so we've got a 4th of July scrappy quilt.
Oh, this is so cute.
Look how beautiful, you guys. It turned out so pretty. And just
so is this a kit?
Yes, this is a
so
kit.
this is a kit.
Yeah.
I feel like I need this. I said I could do the other one, but I know I could do this one.
This one, the way this one is made is what's the method? Strip piecing. So you take, say for instance, you cut all your strips into like whatever inch it is, and then say for instance it's these two, and then I don't know how to explain it now, but you sew these two pieces in strips and then you cut and everything. It's so easy to make. It's so easy. Now, are you offering backings on these two? And the backing will be separate. And this is the backing I found. I told him it looked like my dad's old handkerchief that he used to use in his pocket all the time. And but anyway, so it will come, the kit will come with everything but the backing. The pattern is a PDF that you can get online, that we've done so many of these. And
The pattern comes with that one.
The pattern does come with this
the pattern does come.
The pattern does come with this one when you buy the kit, she says.
Okay.
So that's the other one that will be available tomorrow. So, but yeah. Let's see. Let me see if. Kim is on here. Kim Hicken. Hi, Kim. Can you buy the pattern separately? Yes, you can buy the pattern separately. The gingham one is a PDF only, and you can get it in our shop. Can you buy the flags, the other one? Not yet?
We could see. I don't know.
I'm not sure if
Not
they
right
have,
now.
because what they usually do is, so say for instance, we will put, if we think, okay, we might sell 10 of these, they'll buy 10 patterns to make 10 kits. And so if they've overbought the patterns, then obviously we can probably have Lindsay or Katie list the extra patterns, but they have to see how many kits they need to make first on that. And I'm sure they can get more patterns if need be. But I think that's it
for like
the
as far as
quilting.
our quilting and cross stitching goes.
And I'm out there quilting now. I'm going to be quilting today all day.
So you're going to be quilting today.
Yep, going to be quilting today.
I'm going to be working with the other ladies over in the shop to just try and get more of that ready to go.
Yeah.
Again, if you're local or if you happen to be here, you can stop by next week. We will be able to
help
you
you
out
and
yeah.
And like I say, we're still just kind of working out the bugs and getting those kind of things done and everything. Let's see.
This says, sorry if it's already been asked, but will you be selling quilting cotton in the shop? Is
Quilting cotton, that's
No.
like the
what's quilting cotton?
Oh, just regular fabric?
Just regular
Yes,
fabric.
fabric.
Oh
Sorry,
yeah,
I thought
yeah.
she meant batting.
Oh, I thought you meant batting.
so if
yeah,
you're referring to fabric, yes,
yes. And right now we do have some beautiful lines in there we've got a good variety right now in there. I got to touch all of it yesterday, and I kept going, oh my gosh, this is beautiful. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful.
Yeah, there's some really pretty things in there.
So yes, there are some beautiful things in there, and we can't wait for everybody to come and see it. And so yeah, we've just been accepting people if they come by, and then on the 19th they are gonna have it open all day, all weekend, and everything. No, just the
Monday
19th.
through Friday next week.
Just Thursday.
Monday through Friday.
Oh, Monday through Friday next week. Yeah. There's a big quilt show or something going on here. I'm not sure what's going on.
Helen's asking if they can order the sip and stitch boxes now. So if you're not familiar with the sip and stitch, it is not for sale now. It launches on May 25th at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. And that's when you can purchase it. So set your alarms, set your timers again. That way you don't miss out, because they do traditionally sell out. Like we said, some within 24 hours. And so we will send, like, we'll remind you. We'll be on the next Flosstube. We'll talk about it again, and in the next newsletter you'll see it. But that's when you'll want to get on and purchase those, is on May 25th, and they ship. It's not a pre-order. You're not waiting for weeks. They ship out
the next day,
really,
or the next day.
Within days, within the next couple of business days, they will ship.
And then just another reminder, we did announce last week that Stitch West has offered to bring their retreat in 2026 down to us, and they're still working on a date to announce. And they actually, Deb was down here I think last week and did some research, and we've been communicating back and forth, and hopefully they're going to be able to announce some dates soon. We are so excited for that one.
Excited.
I just think it's going to be so fun, you guys. They've got so many great ideas of what we want to do and what they want to do. We are just so excited to have them come down and be a part of St. George next year. And but anyway, so what are you doing this weekend, Jessie?
So I'm here today and tomorrow, gonna help work. And I'm hoping, I don't know if we're gonna be too tired tonight. We'll see. There is a little outdoor challenge. I don't know, what's it called, Lindsay?
The stairs.
It's just called the stairs.
So it's this place. I don't know exactly where it is, but
here in St. George.
It's 333 stairs, like in nature. It's outside. It's beautiful, and we were too pooped yesterday to do it. But I hope maybe we can fit that in today. Hopefully we won't work too hard. But I really want to try and do that little stair challenge. Lindsay says she's done it back to back 3 times in a row. Wow. So we'll see if I can get one done.
It's funny because me and John went for a ride and seen it a few weeks ago, because it's been a big thing here in St. George. Everybody's loving it. And I told the girls, because Lindsay put it out there, me and Jessie's going to do it if anybody wants to try it. And I didn't raise my hand too fast, I'll tell you. But I told them, I says, I could maybe go down. I don't think I could go up, but I could maybe go down. And but I think I'd still be tired doing it.
I'm excited to see how I do, because I like to bike. I am a biker. I like a pedal bike. That is I love
your form of
That's
exercise.
my form of exercise. I'm a stationary bike rider, which has really done a lot for me, physically and mentally, with my health. And I'm really interested to see
I think
how
you'll do
the
great.
stairs will kick my
Maybe
butt.
what I should do is just come
versus
and
a
watch you
bike.
guys. Because I know Lindsay has said that she'll watch people go, they run it up and down several times.
I
at
feel
the
like
same
I'm gonna
time.
be like gung ho and be like, I can do this, and get like 50 stairs in, and then
Step
be like,
200.
whoa.
Just step 200 is where you start to not be able to breathe.
Okay.
She said,
Lindsay said step 200 is where you're feeling it. You start being able to not breathe.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I know I couldn't do it. My knees would kill me. That would be crazy. But that sounds like a lot of fun. I hope you guys can. I think Lindsay A said she was gonna probably join you guys in doing
okay.
it and
So
stuff.
we'll try and do that tonight, and then I leave back for home on Friday, and then this weekend just gotta go make sure my husband made it through without me.
They're empty nesters.
We're
They're-
empty nesters, and we're connected at the hip. We do everything together, and so when I leave for a few days, I do miss him, and
They're so cute. They don't do anything. I mean, they do everything together.
we do.
They are very much connected to each other. It's
Yeah.
cute.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just spend the weekend at home with Hubba and take care of. It's that I live a little bit further north, and the weather is
It's
a little bit
cooler.
different down here in St. George. It hasn't quite had like an official warm up yet. They say up north, like, you can finally plant your gardens
The end of
Mother's
May.
Day,
Mhm.
like usually Mother's Day weekend. So it's finally getting to be where like our yard and everything, we're getting all of the winterization done, and
She has a beautiful
the
home.
unwinterization. I
Yeah.
don't know what you call that, but yeah. So
Yeah.
just working in the yard.
Yeah.
Maybe getting our camper ready to go out camping.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they have a cute little trailer, and when
it's
they
like
bought,
this big.
yeah, when they bought it a few years ago, she's like, "Oh yeah, we bought us a little peanut," and so I always call it their peanut.
Yeah. It is a little peanut of a trailer because it's just my husband and I. We don't
Yeah.
need a lot of space. We didn't have to worry
Have
about
all the-
bunking.
yeah.
Although with my grandson now, I'm like, do we need to upgrade so I have a bed for my grandson to go camping with us? Because he's finally at the age where I'm comfortable that we could take him on a weekend camping trip.
Yes.
I've had him for weekends all the time, but camping, that
The whole
requires a
other-
little bit more.
yeah, you have to have more
So-
more entertainment.
Yeah. So,
But,
yeah.
yeah.
So, what are you doing this weekend?
I'm probably just gonna be hanging out at the house, getting ready to do my little travel trip. I've got to finish up some sewing for the girls, and I'm hoping to get everything done. But yeah, probably just. John did get his tickets to go to a rodeo, but it depends on if I'm too tired to go sit on cement bleachers or whatever.
Yeah.
We'll see. But yeah, I think it's just gonna. Other than that, I think it's gonna be a nice, relaxing weekend just to recoup from all of our busyness. So.
Yep.
But anyway, so we just wanted to thank you guys for all joining us. Hopefully.
Yes, thank you for
Yes.
joining. Hopefully
And
you
all
enjoyed
your-
it as much as I did here with
Yes,
Mom.
I
And
know, and all your kind comments. It says Jessie is a pro and Nettie. We did good. Jessie did good.
She
She said she's gonna bring her Sharpie so she could hand out autographs.
Oh yeah.
Because
So do I need to bring my Sharpie for autographs after?
I was like cracking up. That's so funny when we say that to each other. It's so cute. So,
Yeah.
but, yeah.
Yeah, I wanted
love
to.
that she did it.
I
with
love the community. I love talking about the stitching
I
stuff,
know.
and I'm getting more into quilting. So I'm like, I want to try and come up here a few times, every few weeks or months to just be
just
a part
to
of
hang
it.
out and be a part of it.
Yeah.
And her husband's a big golfer, and there's plenty of golf courses out
Yeah,
here
I need to
that
have
he
him
can
come
keep
up and
busy.
golf. Yeah.
bring our peanut up and
Yes.
hang out for a
Yep.
week or two. So, well, you guys all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and stay safe out there in whatever activities you do. Have fun stitching, sewing. Thank you for joining us.
Yep, thank you.
We love you guys all, and
And we hope to see you here soon.
yes. Bye, guys.
Bye.